Hello and welcome to the Small Wolf Film School. I'm Paul, and in this series of videos we'll be looking at different shot types. From the extreme close-up
to the extreme long shot,
and the many types of shots in between. Different sizes, different angles, different types of movements, even different lenses that all help to tell a story and create meaning. In the first video, we'll be concentrating on shot sizes. Most shot types relate to the size of a person within the shot and the way they are framed. For instance, in an extreme long shot, a person would take up a small amount of the image as they would be filmed from a distance. This shot may also be called an extreme wide shot. When describing shots, wide and long mean exactly the same thing. In this sequence from the movie Fargo, this character is burying money from a botched ransom plot. The use of an extreme long shot here helps establish just how unlikely it is that he'll ever find this money again. Even with the help of the ice scraper, the landscape will just swallow it up, which also serves as a kind of visual metaphor for the characters in the film. In this shot from the same film, the extreme long shot is used to help show the distance gaining between the two characters as Marge prepares to fire at Gare. Will the bad guy get away? The distance shown between them using this shot suggests that he could. The extreme long shot often puts most of the emphasis on the location and is commonly used to create an establishing shot, which I'll be talking about in the fourth video of this series. The long or wide shot shows the full length of a character but still allows a lot of the environment to dominate the scene. This allows the audience to see the character in relation to the scenery around them and how they fit into it. A director will often film an entire scene from beginning to end with no interruptions using a long shot. This is referred to as a master shot, but is not exclusive to the long shot size. Filming a decent master shot can give you the assurance you need to move on to the next shot, as it gives you coverage of the entire scene. Perfect for low budget filmmakers or those on a tight schedule.
now what are we gonna do?
Sometimes confused with the long shot, a full shot is where a character is framed from head to toe, pretty much filling up the frame. A full shot is often used when we want the audience to concentrate more on the character and their body language, but when their surroundings also play an important part to the story being told, or when they are needed to help portray a certain mood or ambience. Sometimes called a 3/4 shot, or a medium wide shot, a medium full shot, or an American shot, a medium long shot will show a subject from the top of their head to the knees, hence the logic of the name 3/4. French critics coined the term American shot to describe a technique used by many American filmmakers during the 40s and 50s, where groups of characters would all stand in a line along the screen without changing camera position. It was a way of saving money on cheaper movies, but it would also be utilised by legendary director Howard Hawks to great effect in a number of his films.
All right. So am I, thanks to you.
The cowboy shot, which some also refer to as the American shot, is very similar to the medium long shot, but brings the camera just a bit further up the leg, just enough to show a cowboy's pistol in its holster, hence the name.
You thought wrong, dude.
Sometimes though, a camera lowered to the position of the gun with the gun framed in close-up is also referred to as a cowboy shot by some. Probably the most frequently used shot in cinema, the medium shot frames the subject from the top of the head to the waist. It's a great balance between character and scenery, allowing us to see the character's movements and expressions while still giving us a sense of place.
Pretty cool, huh? For a fashion victim.
From the top of the head to the shoulders or chest area, the medium close-up gets us just that little bit closer to the character's facial expressions and emotions, without taking over the frame. It's also the most common size shot when filming dialogue scenes from inside the front of a vehicle.
Yeah, that's a good one.
From the top of the head to the chin, the close-up lets the audience see the whole range of emotions our character is going through.
Don't make me kill you.
Or perhaps not. The close-up is a common technique seen in most films at some point, but it's worth noting that this shot, when first used in the film, was seen as a bit of a gimmick. Filmmakers in the early days of cinema thought that the paying public would want to see the whole of the actor, not just his face. Because of this, early films had an almost stage-like quality, meaning acting was much more over the top and unrealistic. The introduction of the close-up allowed actors to be much more naturalistic in their performances. The choker shot gets even more intimate, framed from just above the eyebrows to the top of the chin. This allows the shot to be completely dominated by the character's face. Nothing but raw emotion here.
From my point of view, the Jedi are evil.
Or again, maybe not. The eyes have it. An extreme close-up will frame the subject's eyes or any other small detail that needs to be emphasized by the camera to serve the plot. An extreme close-up of the eyes is sometimes called an Italian shot, due to their frequent use in Sergio Leone's classic spaghetti westerns. So those are the sizes of shots, from the ELS through an ES to the LS, FS, MLS, CS, MS, MCU, CU, ECU with a choker in between. But don't forget the ELS could also be an EWS, the LS a WS, the MLS an MWS, or an MFS, a CS an American, and an ECU an Italian. Got that? Good. There really are quite a few variations on the terms, and people would disagree on their real names or just how close a close-up actually should be. But most are in the same ballpark, and the names aren't so dissimilar that you couldn't get your point across if needed. In the next video, we're going to look at camera angles, the height and pitch of the camera in relation to the subject. These techniques are essential parts of learning how to tell stories cinematically, so make sure you tune in for the next installment of the Small Wolf Film School. So thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, or if you at least learned something from it, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next installment.